enemy has struck at the heart of our empire. A puny contingent of their soldiers has been captured here on Gooooooo.
This incursion was an act of desperation. The hairless apes now flail about knowing that they are beaten. They have failed their race utterly. There will be no interrogation.
Do what you will with them.
Disintegration.
As if I've never seen this.
Silence. My brethren, they are not warriors, but maggots.
I feel like I should comment, you know? Like, this game is like, how old is this? This came out in 94.
Only one of them is worthy of being treated as a warrior. The one they call Angel.
The voice of Thrakath there is John Rhys Davies.
Still defiant, terror. If we were to offer coexistence with your kind, would you not accept it?
The Gooooooo do not coexist.
No, and now that the tide has turned in this war, your defiance is a pathetic and useless gesture.
You bore me, monsieur. Disintegrate me so I might join my comrades.
Disintegration is not for you. Your fate will be different. The human cannot appreciate the honor that I am about to bestow her. She is not only a great warrior, but her lair mate is the heart of the tiger.
Hesitation is the game. Can't get unfortunately. There he is.
May they rest in peace.
He likes to do that, like 2-for-1 stuff, voiceover and an act.
Peace. Have we ever known anything like that, Paladin?
Not for a long time, laddie.
First the Tiger's Claw, now this.
Enough. You are not to blame for either.
Some would disagree.
This is what? Gimli and then Treebeard?
This is Colonel Christopher Blair. Report to Admiral Tallwyn. The wreckage of the Concordia has been located. In Vespus off the Mistral coast. Evaluation. Total loss.
You can't live your life for the approval of one man.
Any word from Angel?
None.
Is that the official line?
I know how much she means to you, laddie.
This game is so old. It was for its time, though. I mean, it was cutting edge. 1994. Be able to have full motion video like that. I mean, you just watch TV. That's sci-fi. Made for sci-fi channel movie.
Excuse me, sir. Did you say the Victory?
Is there something wrong with your hearing, Colonel?
Probably also starring these two people.
No, sir. It's just that I...
The TCS Victory is a fine carrier with a long history of service to the Confederation.
Yes, sir. A very long history, sir.
Ship assignments aren't open to debate, Colonel. Of course, I realize that the accommodations may not be what you're quite used to.
Well, sir, I didn't mean to suggest that...
The Victory will benefit greatly from having a wing commander of your stature and experience.
I like how they capitalize wing commander.
Thank you, sir.
In the subtitles.
But can't we at least discuss the...
Now that we have the Kilrathi on the run in both the Gardel and Morpheus systems, I can afford to shift you to the victory in Orsini. What I am trying to tell you, Colonel, is that things are looking up. The Confederation has been making some very positive strides. Dismissed.
Sir, about my request.
Yes. It came as a bit of a surprise to me. As you know, Colonel Devereaux's status is on a need-to-know basis. Your shuttle is waiting.
Yes, sir.
Wing Commander 4 is better. Yeah, I said it.
Despite recent losses
still good,
in several densely populated sectors, Confederation spokespeople
Just
insist that
Wing Commander 4
humanity
runs better, I
maintains
guess,
the upper
maybe.
hand in its galactic struggle with the Karathi.
Better game, I think, too.
However, our sources document a consistent underreporting of Karathi incursions,
Pacing of this
as well
one
as
tends to get
civilian and
monotonous.
industrial losses. There are even reports of Confed plans for a doomsday evacuation of Earth, replanting the seeds of humanity in a distant galaxy. The question is, who would go? Who would be left behind? And most importantly, who is making these decisions?
Welcome to the TCS Victory, Colonel.
Thank you, Captain.
Better known as Tin Can Sally.
It warms my heart to see you again, Colonel. But I must excuse myself now, as your duty here takes precedence over our catching up on old times.
Thank you, Hobbs. We'll talk later.
Yes, I know what you're thinking. She's no Concordia.
Well, neither's a Concordia anymore.
Yes, terrible loss. My sympathies. However, you're in my home now, and I'll expect you to wipe your feet every time you come in. I've been with the Victory most of my career. I was communications officer during a maiden voyage.
Well, sir, I'll admit I wasn't looking forward to the assignment, but now that I see you have a pilot as fine as Ralganar Hollis on your crew...
Hobbs? Yes, he's my second in command.
He's not flying?
At his request. I know all about his exploits with you, Colonel, but here no one will fly with a Karathi on his wing.
What about his exemplary record? That must stand for something.
It was his request.
Captain Eisen, I'm not going to tell you how to run your ship, but I am going to insist that Hobbs is reinstated to the flight roster immediately.
Well, that's admirable, Colonel, but who...
I will, sir. I'll fly with him. He's the best wingman I've ever had.
I would have started with Wing Commander 1, but those games are just unplayable. Maybe if I had really played him back in the day. First time I saw this game was on Panasonic 3DO and Best Buy back in like 93, 94 time.
Welcome aboard, old friend. You're looking fine and fit. Does this war agree with you?
Yeah, like a pair of busted wing flaps. But it's great to see you, buddy.
And how is the fine pilot and Comrade Angel?
I don't have a clue. I haven't heard from her in a while. She's on some damn covert op for Tallwin. But hey, I got good news for you. I put you back on the fly roster.
But I requested...
Never mind that. I want you with me on my first mission.
Well, there are many brave and noble pilots here.
Yeah, but when my life's on the line, I want a wingman I can trust.
I shall try not to disappoint you, old friend.
Go to the lift. Wandering around like you lost the keys to your Hellcat. Oh.
Lieutenant Rollins, comm exec, welcome aboard. You get the pep talk from the captain yet?
Something like that.
Well, the good news is it won't take too long to shower off the bullshit around here.
Captain Isaac seems to believe in his ship and his crew. And that kind of attitude's good for morale.
Yeah, well, you haven't been monitoring transmissions like I have. If you did, you would jump sector in a nano.
Play along with him.
He said a curse word. Was a big deal when you're 10 years old.
This guy's a loon. Play along with him. Are you saying Command's hiding something from us?
Well, I can't say for sure, Colonel. But if you want the straight dope around here, you check in with Radio Rollins. Might even save your life.
Nerd. Watch the elevator sequence once and then we're done. Skipping it every time. I'll do the transition sequence once. I'm skipping them after this. I'm sure you turn them off in the options anyway.
Hey, Hobbs. How about going around with me? Bet you a week's pay on one hand.
He played Shredder.
Thank you.
In Ninja Turtles
No.
2. Vagabond, that guy. He played Shredder. In the second movie, not the first one. He was also, he's in The Expanse, actually.
Welcome aboard, sir. You want to play a hand? Since you're the rookie on this boat, I'll let you call the game.
Not much for protocol, are you?
No, formalities tend to be forgotten when you spend most of your time just trying to survive. What little spare time we do have, we fill up with other things besides practicing our salutes.
Well, I guess you have to adapt to your surroundings.
Don't I know that? It's an art, really.
No wonder they call you Vagabond.
Been doing your homework, I see. Yeah, I've knocked around some.
And yet your combat file is surprisingly brief. What's with the big gaps in your bio?
Can I help it if Confed decides to blank my data?
He's got a point. What's he hiding?
Which one should he say? He's got a point. What's he hiding?
He's got a point.
In this game, the top one is always the correct one. It's like the nice one. The bottom one is always like the antagonist. Where in Wing Commander 4, they actually reverse it all the time, so that every time you play through the game, the same questions could be reversed on the top and the bottom, so you never know. You have to actually decide a little bit more in that one. And in Wing Commander Prophecy, they took the decisions out completely. Budget cuts and all. And Chris Roberts went off to direct that wonderful movie, the Wing Commander movie with Freddie Prinze Jr. and Matthew Lillard. Oscar winner right there. I always go nice.
Sometimes HQ is as big a mystery to me as the enemy.
We got a lot of good people here, Colonel. Even those of us with incomplete bios. Just give us a chance.
I'm not doing the look in the lock, I think. Just not.
Why?
This is just like a reminiscence, a memory of Colonel Blair. I don't even know. It's like a hologram. He like presses a button and sees a hologram, and there's another one later where he has and remembers the two of them on a beach or something. It's just really cheesy and stupid. Game's $5 on GOG if you want to really see it. Well, here we go. Biff from Back to the Future. Here we go.
No, I don't have anything better to do, okay? So I pulled into a tight loop, locked onto that cat's tail, fired off a heat seeker, boom! Turned him into kitty litter. It was a... All right. Well, if it isn't the Colonel. I'm sorry. I couldn't make your welcoming party.
Well, I guess you had more pressing maneuvers to undertake, Maniac.
When duty calls, I'm there. Women like the smell of success.
You know, I'm surprised you haven't been blown out of the sky by now, Maniac. By friendly fire.
Some people appreciate my flying style. I do what's necessary to win, okay? Suppose you're still flying with one eye on the regs manual?
I don't take stupid risks.
Yeah, speaking of stupid, I also heard you put Hobbs back on the flight roster.
My. Word travels fast on this tub.
Never understood what you saw in that cat.
Simple. I need a wingman I can count on.
You can't trust someone who will kill their own kind.
Who I choose as my wingman is my prerogative. It's a privilege of rank.
I'll bet you stay up late nights just polishing it, huh?
No, as a matter of fact, I have majors who do that for me.
The difference in our rank is a formality. We both know who's better in the cockpit.
Yeah, we do.
Let me tell you that story again. So
Another bird, Flint.
Colonel Blair, report to the briefing room immediately. Colonel Blair, report to the briefing room.
It never changes every time I play this game. Always the same. I don't know why I'm so quiet. I feel like I can delete this, redo it, whatever. It's just streaming. I'm basically just recording this and using YouTube as my personal hard drive. I mean, essentially, that's what this is. So why bother being quiet? I mean, it is kind of weird. I've watched people stream video games before, and some people are really quiet and they just watch the game. It's like, yeah, I've seen the game before. The whole point is like watching your reaction to it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. I mean, that's my guess, right? So you might as well talk it. It's just talk. It's tough when they're talking and you're like, you know, where you got to interject. So you kind of have to know what's going to happen to a degree. And I definitely know what's going to happen in this one.
But come in, Colonel. Time to put that reputation of yours to the test. Confed intelligence tells us that the Karathi presence is growing here in the Orsini system. You and your wingman are to fly routine patrol of these 3 zones, sweep the area of any hostiles you may encounter. Understood?
Completely, sir.
What's with the cane? I never understood the whole cane thing with the cat.
So, these are the mission objectives.
It's like a short cane. It's like a...
Oh, and one last thing. Hobbs, You're on my wing for this one. Dismissed. Good luck.
Ah, Rachel.
Chief Tech Rachel Coriolis, welcome to the Victory, Colonel. Heard you're flying with Hobbs on this one.
You got a problem with that, Chief?
No, sir, not at all. I think it's about time. That cat's one hell of a pilot. Here she is, one Hellcat 5. She's prepped, primed, loaded, locked, and ready to kick some ass.
Thanks. What about ordnance?
It's all taken care of. The captain downloads the mission specs to me. I dope out the weapons requirements, so you're set to go.
Oh yeah?
In the future, Colonel, you have the option of choosing your own weapons. Or you can trust my judgment and fly with my default loadout. I promise, Colonel, never to disappoint.
That little remote she had looked like one of those things that came with like your Panasonic VHS camcorder back in the 90s. Fun fact, this actress right here, she was a porn star before she did this. Alright, we're gonna save this as WC3 stream so we know where we left off. Transition to the fighter once. Every time I fighter, I'll give it I'll let it go.
Clear to take off,
Sighted enemy craft, Colonel.
Break and attack.
Engage an enemy now. Sighted enemy craft, Colonel.
Break and attack.
Engage an enemy now. I have dispatched an enemy.
Mission objectives accomplished.
Need clearance, TCS Victory.
Excellent work, Colonel. I can see now that your reputation is well deserved.
You're cleared for landing, Colonel.
Need clearance, TCS Victory.
Pretty slick flying, sir.
Thanks, Chief.
Thanks, Chief.
I think I've played this before. Wing Commander 3. 1994. This was the most exciting part when I got this game home. I got to see the second mission.
Congratulations, old friend.
Figure out how to get it to work.
Just like old times, huh?
I must say, it certainly felt good to be back out there again. My gratitude for your trust in me is endless.
Ah, forget it, Hobbs. You're back where you belong now.
I think I remember playing this game with like an old yoke. It was a... yeah, it had the triggers on the bottom and the top and the right and the left, and it was hard. It had suction cups on the bottom, so every time you have to pull it back to go up, like a commercial airliner, the whole joystick would pop off the desk, and you would have to, and I'd have to hold it down with one hand and pull the other one out. It was really cumbersome until I finally got a proper joystick. Well, here we go.
Good day, sir.
At ease, Lieutenant. Carry on.
Sorry, sir. It's Rockero from the Celeste system. You can tell a lot about a system from its music, you know? Some places it's all minor chords. Makes you just want to run out and do a suicide mission. But this is bright. Heats your blood, makes you want to live a long life.
Now, are you a pilot, Lieutenant, or a musician?
Oh, I'm a pilot, sir. Pretty good one, too. Check my kill scores.
That's an inside joke.
But my family, they made guitars for many generations. I've got one that's almost 200 years old. The sound just keeps getting richer. Someday, I'm gonna open a cantina and bring in the best to play that guitar. Place for old fighter jocks like you and me.
Well, you better line up some other customers. Might not be many of us left.
Oh, yeah. It'll be open to one and all. And me, I'll just sit back, gaze at the beautiful women, and listen to the music.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me.
It's a nice dream, Vaquero. Hang on to it.
You bet, sir. Some of these guys, they actually like the killing. Me, I'll just walk away when this is all over.
Cobra.
It's time we talk, Lieutenant.
Ain't much to talk about, sir. You've flown with it, and you both got the job done.
If you're referring to Hobbs...
I can't fly with him, sir.
If you stay on this ship, you'll have to sooner or later.
Don't put me in a position of having to defend him. I won't do it.
Why?
Let's just say I'm hardwired that way, and nothing you do is gonna change that.
Look, I'll try and keep you two separate on offensive assignments.
I'm not asking for special favors.
We need every good pilot we've got, and just so you know, I'd trust Hobbs with my life.
That's your choice.
I would have swore I heard birds chirping.
Where?
In the background. Hey, is she still there? Oh, she's gone.
Let's get started, Colonel.
Yes, sir.
One of our tracking stations report Karathi activity in these regions. I'd like you to run a patrol through there, sweep the areas. The station's report is sketchy. You might encounter some sort of Karathi cap ship. Go to it, Colonel.
So, these are the mission objectives. Oh, and one last thing.
Who should I pick for my wingman? Well, we got whatever this Hobbs, you know, the Kilrathi thing. We got Vagabond, Shredder. We got Vaquero. We got Vaquero. Maniac. Look at his animation. Cobra. Well, if you choose Maniac or Hobbs, Ison reprimands you like, you should pick other people that, you know, people you don't know, and give other people a chance, some kind of stupid speech or something. So I usually just go down the line and pick Vagabond.
Vagabond, I want you as my wingman. Dismissed, and good luck.
If you talk to her, if you go here and hit activate loadout, you'll get options. You proceed, you don't get to see the cover.
Clear to take off. We got company.
Break and attack.
Here we go. We got company.
Break and attack.
Here we go.
Mission objectives accomplished.
Nailed that critter.
Need clearance, TCS Victory.
Hey, score one for our side, Colonel. You're clear to land.
Always brings you in upside down. I don't know why. I don't know why they never fixed that. Well, back then, in order to get a patch for something, you have to. If it even existed, obviously it doesn't, because they would have put it in the GOG version. If there were patches for games back then, but they'd have to acknowledge it. You'd have to get the floppy disks or a CD, but usually it was floppy disks that you would install, and that would install the patch over the top of your game. It existed. It was very oh, Rachel.
Hey, Colonel.
Hey.
Pull up a chair.
Oh, thanks, Chief.
Let me know if I'm out of line here, but the word is there's a test pilot flying in on one of the new Excaliburs. Is that true?
Oh, Commander doesn't tell me everything.
I hope it's true. I can't wait to get my hands dirty with one of those pups.
You really like your job, don't you?
I just hope the test pilot's not some priss who won't let me touch his equipment.
I gotta give it to you. You really get to the point.
Yeah, well, I never really cared much for gray areas. That's why I do what I do. Either an engine part works or it doesn't.
Machines don't lie.
Not as much as people do, anyway.
You're being a little hard on people.
They gotta pass inspection, same as anything else. Of course, I got certain hours for that.
I know about inspection.
And do we keep this schedule posted, Chief? Do you?
Only for a select few, sir.
Yeah, I'll play the locker thing. I want to go get another drink, and I'll let this go because it's really a bit.
Hello, mon ami. I hope the fight goes well for you and all the others on the Concordia. I'm about to set up for a covert operation with Admiral Tolwyn, so I'm afraid we might be apart a little longer. But always remember, je t'aime. I love you.
Anyway, I don't know how this stuff works. I'm just having fun. I figured I can do it with all my junk hardware around. I can actually stream. I'm streaming on a machine that's from 2011, 2012. Hooked up an old DSLR I had. The microphone's new, but the rest of it's all old. Out. Nope. Nope. Nobody here.
Ready to get down to business?
Yes, sir.
Confed has a cargo ship loaded with med supplies that must be escorted to this jump point. Now, unfortunately, news of this shipment somehow leaked out. You will undoubtedly come under Kilrathi attack.
No. Really?
Good luck, Colonel.
I'm gonna come under Kilrathi attack? In a Wing Commander game?
So, these are the mission objectives. Oh, and one last thing. Vaquero. I like you on my wing for this one. Dismissed, and good luck.
An arrow. Really? It's like a light fighter. It's like the equivalent of a TIE fighter. Oh, we get to see it. There's the TIE fighter. There's the TIE fighter. The arrow. Mark Hamill wouldn't be caught dead in a TIE fighter. There's a good mod for it, though. I mean, but I don't know. I wish they would update X-Wing, Alliance, and Wing Commanders, and all that stuff. Just focus on Star Citizen. It's like, oh my god, that's great, but if it's never coming out, you might as well.
Got those in sight, sir.
Break and attack.
Ándale, lentes. Got those in sight, sir.
Break and attack.
Ándale, lentes.
Uh-oh.
Got those in sight, sir.
Break and attack.
Ándale, let's dance.
Oh, he did it again. Yes, this
break and
qualified as
attack.
entertainment.
Ándale, let's dance.
It's still entertaining me. Maybe I'm just old, I don't know. Even after playing it for the umpteenth time, oh God knows how many times I played this game. Not as many as I played Wing Commander 4. Wing Commander 4 I've played countless times. I don't even know how many times I played that game. So much so that my mom, I remember my mom coming out and telling me, like, are you going to do anything else? Are you going to do anything else? It was like 6 months after I bought the game, like, still playing it over and over and over again. I wore the CDs out. They got scratched. I had to play the DVD version later, and like I played that game so many times. I'd have to say that was, for me, the video game equivalent of Jurassic Park for me. Like I wore the original VHS tape out for Jurassic Park, because I watched that movie probably at least 100 times on that one VHS tape.
Wow.
To the point where I actually knew where the
Thanks for the escort, Colonel. Initiating jump sequence.
Mission objectives accomplished.
I actually knew where the hesitations in the tape, because stopping and pausing at certain points would cause, when you pause the tape, the tape would still be caught in the heads of the VHS player. So for me,
need clearance, TCS Victory.
Well, I guess the Colonel's on a roll. You're clear to bring it on home.
The VHS tapes would be caught in there. So sometimes the tape would get warped or whatever, and there were certain parts of the movie that I'd see a flutter in the movie, because I knew that's where the tape was crinkled or whatever. So I'd seen it so many times. I don't know. And I noticed also the coloration. When you played a VHS tape so many times, it's only good for so many plays, like maybe about 25. And then after that, the color starts to degrade quite a bit. And if you watch it long enough, it'll get to the point where it's almost black and white.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I noticed this because when I put a new copy of the VHS tape on, it was like the widescreen version, and the color was so much brighter. And even just another copy of the regular pan and scan version, they called it back then, was also brighter. So I knew there was something, same VHS player, same TV and everything, and I just wore the original out. My original tape. Definitely somewhere I'm definitely on the spectrum. That's not normal. I mean, obviously I'm streaming a game that's 30 years old.
Sir?
With nobody watching.
They call you Flint, right?
So you have looked at the flight roster?
Yeah.
Are you making a request, Lieutenant?
Sir, I come from a long line of fighter pilots. My brother, my father, his father before him. I guess you could say it's in my blood.
Your point being...
Okay, I know your record. Delayed, so I would have at least expected you to take a look at the victories. We've racked up our share of kills. We're not scrubs out here.
Nobody said you were.
Suppose you're afraid I'll peel off the first time we engage.
Your voice is coming through, so
what about the 20th time? Or the 30th?
Yeah.
Will you fatigue even a split second or get a twitchy finger? The wingman I fly with? I need guarantees.
Respectfully, sir, if you only fly when there are guarantees, you won't be flying much.
Well, she has a point.
Tough luck. I'm the boss here.
Tough luck. I'm the boss here. Well, she has a point. Do you have any recommendations?
Oh, I wouldn't presume to do your job for you, sir. I just work here.
Let's get down to business, shall we?
I'm ready, sir.
Confed civilian transport ship is moving through the Orsini area. She's going to need an escort, especially since intel reports that Karathi are testing a new cloaked missile. Confed has codenamed these new weapons skippers because they apparently skip in and out of cloak every few seconds to maintain contact with their target. Now, you can see them 1 second, then they're gone the next. There are a lot of civilian lives at stake here, Colonel.
I'll do my best, Captain.
I'm sure you will.
He does a little...
So, these are the mission objectives. Oh, and one last thing.
Flint asked me, so I'll take
Flint, I want you to be on my wing for this one. Dismissed, and good luck.
Bogies in sight.
Break and attack.
Taking it to him.
What do you think? Cockpit on or cockpit off? There's the cockpit on. I don't know. It covers up so much view. Before they like took it away. Which I was disappointed at first.
They have dishonored my clan!
When I went back to play Wing Commander 3, again, after playing 4, I was like, oh, I prefer having the cockpit on.
Yeah, it's in the way.
Yeah.
Bogies in sight.
Break and attack.
Taking it to him. Bogey's in sight.
Break and attack.
Taking it to him.
For this guy too? See that shuttle? I can't see it, I can't point to it, but that thing moving slowly. This object moving to this object, you have to sit and wait for until it gets there so it can jump. Waiting for missions to complete themselves. That was a thing back then. Yep. Actually, it's still a thing because I was just playing Rebel Galaxy Outlaw and it did the same thing.
Thanks for the escort, Colonel. Initiating jump sequence.
Mission objectives accomplished.
Some fighter, one fighter that was like off somewhere I couldn't detect on my scanner. It was way off, and I saw it and I went and chased after it and killed it. And then the mission completed. It's like
need clearance, TCS Victory.
Good news, Colonel. As soon as you land, we're jumping to the Tomeo system, which is reported to be kitty-free. And we got the cush job of assisting with the Excalibur test flights.
Pretty slick flying, sir.
Thanks, Chief.
every mission, it's the same thing. Unless you don't do well, then she's try bringing your ship back in one piece or something. Tomato system.
Which way to the bridge? Conrad's expecting my tech debriefing.
I caught some of the incoming radio, Major. How long have you carried that flash handle?
Since my first day at Academy. I don't think you should ever apologize for sporting a little style. That baby's still classified, folks. You think you could keep your people at bay a while, Colonel?
Christopher Blair.
Ah, I read about you back when I was flying with training wheels. Is it true pilots don't get older, they just get better?
This kid's a smartass. Only the good ones. We'll see if anyone reads about you someday.
They ought to shoot that kid, you ask me. At least strap him to one of my thrusters on the next mission.
As usual, Maniac, your solution to the problem is brainless.
Well, any chance I get, I'm up in the air. I mean, they're gonna have to pry my dead carcass out of the cockpit.
Oh, stop banging your chest. You're gonna bruise it. The Colonel will deal with him.
Oh, look, the Colonel is a spineless...
I wouldn't finish that sentence if I were you, Major.
We were just speculating on when the new pilot might pull his own weight.
Uh-huh.
They're right.
They're right.
Well, one way or another, we'll find out what Flash is made of. I guarantee you that.
Does he pat you like that?
Isn't that the guy from Star Wars?
I wish they wouldn't send me these Academy hotshots.
Youth and wisdom are rarely combined, Captain.
It's still your ship, Captain.
He answers only to Admiral Talwyn. Colonel, we're under attack. Launch all fighters. Red alert! Red alert! Launch all fighters! Launch all fighters! This is not a drill! This is not a drill!
Break and attack.
Watch and learn, Colonel. More kitty litter. I'm hot today. More kitty litter. I'm hot today. More kitty litter. I'm hot today.
Mission objectives accomplished.
Need clearance, TCS Victory.
Looks like Tomeo ain't as peaceful as HQ thought, huh? Big surprise. You're clear to land. By the way, supposedly we got the best fighter in the galaxy and all it did was collect dust on the flight deck? Flashman just set out that firefight in the barracks.
waking up now, sir.
Didn't you hear that scramble alarm?
Yeah, it woke me up for a minute.
We were under attack, for God's sakes!
My talents won't be wasted on your little skirmishes.
Yeah, well, people were dying out there, you son of a bitch.
It's a war. People die all the time.
You've never seen it, have you?
Seen what?
Never seen pilots, people you know, getting fried in their own cockpit.
I do my part for Confed.
I don't think I've ever met anyone as frightened as you.
You think what you want. I've got my orders.
Yeah. And you'll find refuge in that just as long as you can.
That Excalibur's one hell of a ship. But just like I figured, there's a real dick on the other end of the leash.
What, he's not letting you do your job?
These loving hands, I can tweak anything and make it run a little better.
Of course, and a little grease never hurt.
Maybe he doesn't need me now, but there's gonna come a time when he's flying a paste and glue special, and then see what kind of servicing he gets. I bet you'd like to take her out for a shakedown spin. You know, if you swing by at the right time, you just might find the key in the ignition.
Whew. I'd love to fly that ship. It's been a long time since I've done any joyriding.
Well, then you owe it to yourself.
Of course. Fly it early, why not? Alright, what do we got here? We're gonna turn these transitions off.
Come in, Colonel. We have to move quickly on this. The only reason we aren't under attack right now is because the Karathi have bigger fish to fry, and they've targeted Tamayo too. Their transports are already moving in. Now, if you and your wing can cut through the fighter cover, we might have a shot of destroying those transports. Now, we're gonna need a lot of firepower, and we're gonna need it fast. Scramble everybody. I want those flight decks empty.
Right away, sir.
This was the mission. This was the one. This is the one. Oh.
You'll never guess what's gassed up and ready to go.
Oh. Oh, look at that. This was the mission. This was the one that stumped me for like a month when I was a kid. I kept losing all the time, and I didn't understand what I had to do to finish the mission. It took me forever. I read something like on the back of the box or in the instruction manual that said you choose or something or whatever, to, you know, how you want the mission to go, and has different endings or something like that. And I'm like, oh, let me go play through it. Maybe I made the wrong decision. There it is, the Excalibur. And I finally figured it out. Which I'll show you. Real easy. Typical.
Clear to take off, Colonel.
Sighted enemy craft, Colonel.
Break and attack.
Engage an enemy now.
So the trick is to take out every single capital ship, especially the transports in the next segment, the next wave.
Colonel.
Break and attack.
Engage an enemy now.
Objectives accomplished.
These are the transmitters. If you don't destroy these, the most confusing mission in the game, or at least it was. The rest of it was like a cakewalk, you know, just getting past that.
Need clearance, TCS Victory.
Woohoo! Now we know what that can really do. You're clear to land, Colonel.
That and this next part. I'll stop after this, but autopilot sequence, which I never use.
You are way out of line, Colonel.
Somebody had to step up to the plate, mister.
You think Confed wants some old man risking their state-of-the-art test vehicles, huh?
Where do you learn to spew all this crap? Doesn't the Academy teach kids to fly anymore?
Listen, old-timer, I don't have to take this from you. I think it's time to teach you a lesson. Meet me at the simulator at 0900 and we'll see who knows how to fly.
This punk's not worth it. Time to teach this punk a lesson. On one condition. If you lose, you put in for a transfer to combat pilot status. Aboard the Victory.
If that'll make you feel better. I'd ask you to shine my shoes if I win, but I like my shoes too much.
I guess you two are itching to go at each other. Here we go.
I guess you two are itching to go at each other.
Well, sir, I just got...
As a rule, I'm not too big on these needless displays of macho crap. You're taking a big risk morale-wise. And if you lose, you won't be too popular around here, so I'm gonna give you a word of advice, Colonel. Kick the little twerp's ass.
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go. I promise I'll make this as quick as possible. You win, Colonel. I'll talk to Eisen first thing in the morning.
Guess we got ourselves another combat pilot, but it's a whole nother thing fighting the Gorathi out there.
Tim Curry and John Rhys Davies.
This system continues to be worth reading. I fail to see it. The natural resources are utterly depleted. It remains a source of slave labor, but the population has never been particularly malleable. Slaves we have no shortage of. The Terrans want this system, they shall have it. Nevertheless, my liege, I bristle at the thought of, they will call it, what is that strange word they have? Surrender. No, it is not that. This system shall serve as a message to the apes. Since it is no longer of use to us, we shall render it useless to them as well. As always, my liege, A wise choice.
Wing Commander the Musical by Andrew Lloyd Webber. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I think he died anyway, so. Pretty sure. Oh, flash.
Colonel, I'd like to apologize for some of the things I said.
Some?
Well, I still think I could have beat you 2 out of 3.
Care to go at it again?
Nah. From now on, I'll prove it to you out there. That is, if you figure I'm good enough to be your wingman.
You're on the roster. You'll get your shot, same as everyone.
Thank you.
Alright, I'm gonna be done with this for now. Let's see if there's anybody else left to talk to. Oh, Cobra. Let's talk to Cobra real quick.
Colonel, you know the Kiorathi may be using bioweapons here.
First I've heard of it.
Kiorathi has been preparing these kind of weapons for years. If they're not deployed here, they will be somewhere else.
Would you mind telling me how it is you know so much about the Kiorathi?
It doesn't matter if you believe me.
She knows something. Well, that's where you're wrong. It does matter. It's just that someday I'd like to get the rest of the story.
Gee. Oh, Flint.
I flew here once. A lot of places to hide in this system. This your first time?
This is my home system. My father taught me everything he knew about flying here. He'd been planning to pass it all on to my brother, but Kilrathi had other plans.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Everyone's lost someone, right? They don't give you medals for it.
You haven't been back since? Well, which one was home?
That one. It was a beautiful world. Dark purple nights and burnt moons that chased each other across the sky. The insects would sing, different serenades depending on how close the moons were. Yeah. My brother and I would stay up listening. Do you remember the time before the war?
I don't let myself.
Sir, I have scores to settle here. I can't be on the sidelines for these engagements. I need to be part of what goes down.
Give her a shot. Flint, when you fly, are you gonna be my wingman or your brother's wingman?
Alright, that'll do it for now. Off for this stream. Oh. Exit to DOS. While you sleep, they'll be waiting.